NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And space tough to come by there, as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Edwards. They'll run here with Edwards. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it'll be Edwards. And this time he is in. Gus Edwards. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. And that flag accepted. Now another shot here at the PAT. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Looking to throw is Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Here is 3rd and 5. To throw, Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority 1.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here with Williams. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll go. Here's Williams. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 17 yards out. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To the air, Williams. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Bears punter now. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that third consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So first thing that crosses my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape. Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Here's Williams. He'll get this off to Swift. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Second down in the yard. Throwing is Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DeAndre Swift in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Here's third and 3. Operating from the gun, Williams. Powerful running. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Here's second and 8. Rolling to his right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Swift will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Second and 4. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's fourth down.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do him much good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Dayon Henley. Still fighting. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chargers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that.